Hello guys, welcome to another Linux video. Now I'm using a different distro than Fedora or Garuda, but the feature that I want to show you, it can be done on any Linux based distribution. The version of Linux that I will be using is called Zero Linux. It's just another KDE Plasma desktop, and you know I like KDE Plasma, but because it's what I'm using right now, that's why I wanted to show you this feature on it. As long as you have a Linux based distribution, you can do it. So we're going to jump over to my other self on the desktop where he's going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Alright guys, welcome. We're going to be going through Linux today again. This is Zero Linux guys, alright? I think it's a wonderful distro. And this is the thing that I love with the correct drivers on Linux, because it gives you these popping, beautiful looking colors. I just love it. Zero Linux, I wanted to show you guys how the desktop looks, the one that I'm using right now. So I'm just going to switch the default display. So display configuration, you are not the primary display, so I'm gonna set you to the primary display so that y'all can see the desktop that I am using. This is KDE Plasma. It's going to look similar to any other KDE distro. So we have our application launcher right here. Now what I like about this one specifically is this is the little CPU thing right here. So it shows you how much CPU is being used. My CPU is being damaged right now by everything that's going on. My internet speeds are here, so it's showing my upload speeds and my download speeds right there. I like that. I don't even remember if the other distros had that, but I just like how clean this one looks. Every distro has their special catering for each user. So some users are gamers, some are just regular users who wants to use their operating system for connecting devices or watch movies and so forth. You will have power users that do benchmarking and others that do video editing, different type of distros for different type of users. As I said, this is just your regular KDE desktop, so don't expect anything else too fancy. Some of the settings are, most of the settings will be the same. If you're familiar with my previous reviews, you know that this looks just like Garuda. Garuda was the first distro that I saw this on. Well, I installed this today. The only thing that I did on it was install OBS, my NVIDIA drivers, and I installed one more thing that we're going to touch into in this video. Being that I have Zero Linux here, I just wanted to show you guys what I'm using as Linux right now, because I am still using Windows. For all those who didn't know, I'm still using Windows. Windows has certain functionalities for applications that I need to use, so Windows is always going to be, you know, my little friend on the side. Linux and I are better friends. Now I installed this application called Susumi. Let's see if we can get it up here. Susumi. So you have our Susumi here. This application that I downloaded, it's basically a Mac virtual machine. How I got this working though was quite simple. It was just a one command that I had to run within the terminal. It installed Susumi, and after it installed Susumi, which is an application, a desktop application, I launched that, and that just does everything. It installs the operating system, it configures it. It gives you a little wizard where you can create the name and so forth and format the disk and the partition, but it's really easy. It's just one command that you type in and send it to. As I said though, you will need to have snaps installed if you want to do this. If you have a Windows computer, you can install Linux, which is too easy to do. Then after you install Linux, configure it how you would want it, and then you install Susumi. Susumi is a Linux-based application, and it works with basically any Linux OS out there. So the only thing that you would have to do is make sure that Snaps is installed. So after that, you have this thing, you install the application, and it will just work. You can get macOS on any computer really. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think, and hit that subscribe button to get other videos like this. Peace. And that just does everything.